Good evening to everyone, and welcome to Why Do You Need These Drops? We are super excited that you are here tonight, this evening, to hear from some amazing people. I am Cynthia Bolden, and my partner in crime is on her way to Bali. So we decided to let her go, and we still gonna keep the show going. But it is so amazing to me that she's gone, and I'm hitting buttons and doing things I've never seen before. So hey, I figured they say when the teacher away, or how that saying go, I thought we'd just have a little fun, but I didn't mean to have this much fun. But anyway, we are so glad that you are here and so glad with us because you're going to hear to this evening from two special people. One, I think most of you know, but I have the pleasure this evening to introduce you to my friend, our friend, Stephanie Leonard. And a lot of times people know us as M&C, Michelle and Cynthia. But if you ever come to Oxford, you're going to know Michelle, Cynthia, and Stephanie. And she's just going to take a minute or two to share her testimony, which is an awesome testimony. And then after Stephanie, drum roll, everybody. We already know we have Peyton Palmer in the house tonight. And he
Woo!
really did help because I didn't think one time, I was thinking, how do I get everybody muted? I'm sure Peyton over there, like, let me help her out. Let me help her out. So we are so glad to have Peyton Palmer and everything that he's doing. So he has so graciously offered to take the time to share with us. And I just think it's so awesome of what we're going to hear to inspire us and probably take an idea or two to see what we can do to invite more and help, build a call and get these drops in the hands of billions. So I'll be quiet. Stephanie, just take it away and just kind of tell us a little and share with the people this evening your story.
Absolutely. Well, as Cynthia said, Stephanie Leonard, Oxford, Mississippi, and I have been on the drop since June of 2023. And while I have lost weight, I have lost inches, I feel amazing. I'm sleeping better. My big plus is what it's done for my mental health. So throughout my whole entire life, I was struggled with mental health. And at one point in my life, I was on 8 different prescription medications. And every time I went back, it seemed they continued to add more and more for each new side effect that came along with that prescription. Fast forward, I took myself off some medication, was not really on any, but still had the plagues of all the up and down with all the mental health, the depression, just a negative outlook on life, didn't want to get up a lot of days until June of 2023 when I started taking the drops and I started learning about cellular health, feeding yourselves, being on these awesome products. And for me, my mental health, I'm balanced. I have such a positive outlook on life. I've never, ever, ever felt as great as I feel. So for me, I will always take the drops just because of what it's done for my mental health and just being balanced. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. And I just think that is so awesome for us to hear that many meds and to be a person that somebody shared with her. That's why we're here. Somebody shared with her. And look at, it's so encouraging because it encourages us to make sure that we share with everyone we run across. So thank you so much, Stephanie.
You're welcome.
Now, Peyton Palmer is here to share his story and to tell us something that we can take away from tonight's call and go share with others. So, Peyton, we are so glad you're here, so proud that you're here. And I guess I feel like a proud mother hen over here a little bit. And I think that's, and that's good just to see what you're doing and the things that you're doing and creating. So, would you just take the next few minutes, please, and just kind of tell us what you're doing and how the drops have affected you and why do we have to get these drops in the hands of millions?
Yeah, so first off, thanks for having me on, and hopefully I won't lag too bad. But So kind of my story with the drops. I've always played sports my whole life. I was a three-sport athlete, played college football. Then I started coaching, and I quit playing and working out and kept eating. And so I'd put on some weight, and I saw everybody having success with these drops. And it was about a year and a half ago, and I told Dad, I was like, all right, I got to do something. So I start the drops, and I really wanted to lose 10 pounds. That was my goal. And I lost 10 pounds in like 2 weeks. And I was like, okay, well, might as well keep going. And so now I'm down over 50 pounds. It took me about 5 months to do that, but I'm down over 50 pounds. But that was a year and a half ago. So 5 months in, I'm down 50 pounds, but I've stayed on the drops the whole time because I feel better. My mood, like everything about me is better, confidence levels, my energy, um, all the things. So I love the drops. I'll never quit taking the drops. I'll take them for the rest of my life as long as they let me. So, yeah, so that's my story with the drops. I'm down over 50 pounds a year and a half into it.
All right. All right. Well, congratulations. I mean, I think like round of applause. Congratulations for what you've accomplished. So, when you went to your dad and you said you needed to do something, was that a recommendation to take the drops, or had you just been kind of looking and saying maybe were you a skeptic at all when you started the drops?
So I was not a skeptic, just because I'd seen all the results, and I've taken several of the products that we have, and I love all our products. So I knew our products worked. I just knew I had to start them. But so I wasn't a skeptic. I just knew for me, like I knew it was going to take the discipline in me to have to go do it. I guess, and so that's what the decision and transition I had to make mentally. But then to kind of go into why what you said about why I think everyone needs the drops, especially the youth, is because this past February in Destin, Florida, Dr. Strand said something that I'll never forget. And he said, just because you're not sick doesn't mean you're healthy. And I was like,
Mhm.
wow, like that statement right there blew me away because there's a lot of, myself included, a lot of people in the world and especially young people who they're not like their joints don't hurt or they're not like the aging process, that type stuff. They don't feel that yet. So they're like, oh, well, I'm as healthy as can be. There's nothing wrong with me. In reality, that's not the case. And so my passion is to go take the drops and all our products to our generation and to really everybody in the world just because I know what our products can do, and we should all have the opportunity to be the healthiest version of ourselves that we can be to prosper as long as we can.
Love that.
Excellent. That is absolutely excellent. And I am just so thankful because it's also a passion of mine being in an herbalist for 31 years and having a storefront. Guess what age group is coming to my place more and more? Peyton's age group. So when you look at that, what they're saying is what people, the studies are out that younger people are coming into the doctor's office more and more with age related things that wouldn't have been before. So now people are coming in with high blood pressure. They're coming in with high cholesterol. They're coming in with what is it? Pre-diabetic. They're coming in, oh, if I could just lose some weight. So of course we don't treat, cure, or diagnose, but we do have something in our hands that will help people get their body balanced. So when we teach and we help people, and just remember, we're talking to people, they maybe they just don't know. I've been doing it so long now to I have to remember sometimes that there's generation after generation after generation, and we want to give everybody the opportunity to know, not to talk kind of at a standpoint of, pointing our finger, but from a standpoint of leading in love through education. And what better way is to, to educate and then have exactly what they need. And so, what I would like to say, Peyton, that was absolutely awesome. Stephanie, thank you so much. We heard from a mental health standpoint, and then we heard from a young person's standpoint of, hey, I wanted to lose just 10 pounds, but when I got started, I noticed how good, and that goes with my saying, how good can you really feel? And they both look phenomenal. And I just want to say to our guests, to for those of us that's already on the drops and building a business, this is why we do this call, so we can continue. And then those that are here, if somebody invited you, they wanted you to hear a Peyton Palmer. They wanted you to hear a story from Stephanie. So when you are standing in the grocery store line, or when you're shopping, or when you are just doing your daily things and you start hearing that buzzword, I'm so tired. Oh, if I just had some energy. Oh, my thyroid. Oh, I just left the doctor. They're giving me 3 months to maybe get some things together before medication. These are those clues and things that you listen to, especially mental health, too, that when we really think about it, mental health is one of those triggers. So, how do we really get involved? We get involved by getting back with the person that invited you to this call. And for those of us that's on the call helping people daily, we just kind of engage and re energize ourselves. You know what I mean? We say to ourselves, you know what? Who is on that list that I didn't call? That every time I think about calling, the phone gets heavier and heavier. That's the call to make. So we have options. And I like to say, behind door number one, we have our drops. Make sure you have your drops on hand, in your hand. We talked about it on the IPA call today. Somebody could come in your business and maybe they need, 4 boxes. And, we want to be able to get people started immediately. So by having products, we want to get them the option to shop with us. And then that's an option. Option two, we want to give them an opportunity to come. You heard Peyton say, I wasn't a skeptic. I've been on the products forever. I knew they worked. But we want to give people that option to pay the $29.95 one time and then be able to get their products at a discount. And for sure, we want to offer, option of door number three, to be able to save, to shop and save, and to build a business. I always say, come in and build with us and get your products paid for. That's the way I look at it. And then for those that would like to build big, come on, join us. Jump in that water with us. Let's go big. That's the way I see it. Let's go big. But the number one thing here is you go big first when you make up your mind and say, you know what? My sales are worth it. The cells on the inside of your body, they are worth it to get nourished with high quality supplementation. And I am telling you, your sales are counting on you. My sales are counted on me. Your sales are counted on you. So, guys, thank you so, so, so much for jumping on this call. Even though we had a little funny moment from the very beginning, I'll never forget it. So, Peyton, thank you. Stephanie, thank you. And we will ask you back. I'm telling you that now. So, I just really quick, because we can have some fun in the chats. Let's put some hearts and some love to Peyton and Stephanie to let them know that we were so glad that they were on. Let's do that. Okay,